What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Just gonna give it a few more minutes for everybody to show up. I know it's pretty late. I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but there was a lot of stuff going on, so I figured I'd go live. How's it going, Aldo, Lee, Billy? So I'm gonna just wait a couple of more minutes here for everybody to show up. But it looks like we do have Russian warships off of Miami, Florida. And what you're looking at here is the flight path of a U.S. Navy P-8 Poseidon and a Canadian CP-140 Aurora. And they're flying between Bahamas and Miami, West Palm Beach area. Flying super low here. Okay. So I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes for everybody to show up, so hang tight. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? So we have some major breaking news. Lots of stuff going on. Thanks to all the moderators for showing up. I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Vanessa, Lee, Billy, Amy. Thank you guys so much. Tiffany Hartman, good to see you. So we have some major breaking news coming in. So as I said just a few minutes ago, we have Canadian and U.S. sub-Hunter planes flying off the coast of Miami and West Palm Beach. And we have this Russian sub or Russian warships sailing right on the border of our territorial waters. Okay, so you can see where this P-8 Poseidon and the Canadian sub-Hunter are flying. They're flying just a few miles off of West Palm Beach and Miami. And so that means that the Russian either warships or Russian sub are literally right on the border of our territorial waters. Okay, so this is very, very serious. And what's even more serious that a lot of people don't know about is this Lockheed CP-140 Aurora is a Canadian sub-Hunter plane. And what a lot of OSINT people missed on Twitter is that these CP-140 Auroras are part of the NORAD mission to monitor North America's east and west coasts. And Canada's CP-140 Auroras are the primary way for the U.S. and Canada to monitor our shorelines to see if there's any Russian nuclear-armed submarines. Okay. So for them to send one of these down to, Miami is pretty serious, okay? Because normally their main mission is to monitor the shorelines of North America. They work very closely with NORAD, and they're constantly flying up and down the coastlines of North America, patrolling the waters, okay? Most of the time, pretty much all the time, they fly with transponders turned off. That's why people don't really see them or hear about them too much. But a lot of the so-called experts on social media miss that, okay? And that makes it very, very serious if they have to pull one of these out from their normal mission of patrolling the shorelines for nuclear-armed subs and send one down here. That means it's something pretty serious, okay? And then also the P-8 Poseidon out here. So we have a Russian warship or a Russian sub or multiple subs, multiple warships right off the coast of Florida right now. Okay, and a couple of days ago, one of the Russian military experts said that most likely there were several Russian subs that went down to Cuba and not just one, like the media was reporting, okay? So this is a very, very serious situation, guys. Let me just get caught up on some of the super chats and donations here. Sorry if I missed any of them. Resistor, thank you for gifting 20 memberships. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. And Gary Richmond, thank you for gifting 50 memberships. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. So this is very, very serious, guys, okay? Thank you once again, Resistor and Gary. Thank you very much for those kind donations. And we also have Wish Fulfilled State. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. So we're going to be monitoring this here on the NYPrepper channel tonight. We're going to see what happens here. But we also have some weather to cover. We currently have a tropical depression in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to slam right into southern Texas as a tropical storm. We have tropical storm warnings posted for the southern coast of Texas. They're talking about 8 to 12 inches of rain in southern Texas. It seems like Corpus Christi is going to get the most rain, but here you can actually already see some of the outer rain bands of this tropical storm approaching Houston and Corpus Christi. Okay, so it's only mid-June and we're already seeing some tropical impacts. Okay, and this fall we're heading into a La Nina this fall, and so that means we're going to have a lot of landfalling hurricanes in this area, the Gulf of Mexico, and also the eastern seaboard of the United States. Okay, so get prepared for that, but it does appear that something big is about to go down between NATO and Russia and potentially China, North Korea, and Belarus, Iran. We have Putin in North Korea right now. He signed agreement for strategic partnership with North Korea, which is huge because that opens the floodgates for all kinds of military cooperation, including alliances. Okay, I mean, who knows? Maybe North Korea is going to enter into an alliance with Russia, similar to how Belarus has an alliance with Russia. And if South Korea and the United States were to attack North Korea, then Russia would go and defend North Korea. It's very possible, okay? It's also possible that they're probably giving Russia artillery by the millions and short-range ballistic missiles by the millions, and in return, Putin is probably giving Kim Jong-un nuclear weapons and nuclear scientists and missile scientists, different types of technologies. Potentially North Korea could get some Russian bombers. Okay, so this is very, very concerning. We had some major breaking news earlier this morning that North Korean soldiers crossed into South Korea. Okay, North Korean soldiers crossed into South Korea, and apparently they triggered some mines, and the mines killed and injured several of these North Korean soldiers. Okay, and the media doesn't care about it. They're so obsessed with Donald Trump and the trial and all that crap. Okay, but we literally have all this stuff going on and the media is not covering it, or they're downplaying it. Okay, but this is extremely serious, guys. And also South Korea fired warning shots at some North Korean soldiers in a separate incident when they were trying to cross into South Korea. Okay, so I don't know how much more I can tell you to tell you that, you know, we're basically on the verge of something huge. Okay, so so get prepared, guys. So this is very, very serious times that we're living in. Very serious times. We could wake up tomorrow and there could be some kind of, you know, new war that starts in Korea. You know, you just never know. You know, things happen when you don't expect it. And that's why you need to be prepared at all times, because things never happen when you expect them to happen. They happen when you don't expect it. Okay? So, yes, I heard about the Philippine sailor that got injured, Rodney. I covered that in one of my updates recently. Mary Catherine, thank you for the donation, keeping my eyes on Jesus and watching for his return. Amen. And Scott Dykstra, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Rosemary Fabian, thank you for gifting all those memberships. I really appreciate that. And Lee Billy, thank you again for 50 memberships. Very generous donation of you from you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. So, you know, just get prepared. We're going to go into the situation in Texas with the tropical storm in a second here. Thanks again, Rosemary Fabian and Lee Billy. Thank you guys very, very much. So we also had a Massachusetts 911 system outage across the entire state earlier today. There's not really any good explanation as to why that happened. I personally think it was a cyber attack. So let me just read this to you. This is coming from CNN. A statewide 911 outage in Massachusetts has been resolved after the system was down for over an hour on Tuesday, the state's Executive Office of Public Safety and Security announced. It was actually down for more than an hour. It was down for like half the day, okay, not just an hour. BS. The Massachusetts 911 system has been restored, the agency said on Twitter. The public may now resume calling 911 for emergencies. The state 911 department is investigating the cause of the disruption. It added, the first outage was reported by the department at 2:17 p.m. Just after 2:30 p.m., residents received a public safety alert on their phones saying 911 services are down statewide and delays in public safety response may occur. Call local public safety business line directly if you or others are having an emergency. More information will be provided when available. That's a lie, too. I heard reports as early as this morning the 911 was down, not 2:17, okay, which is 14:17 Eastern Time. That's another lie. The current 911 system is down statewide. If you have an emergency and need assistance, pull your nearest firebox or call the Boston Fire Department. You can also get assistance by going to your nearest firehouse. Interesting. So, very interesting situation with this 911 outage. And we also have some major breaking news. This is probably the biggest news of the night, is that apparently Israel has approved offensive plans, operational plans for an offensive in Lebanon, okay? Lebanese sources have reported that Amos Hochstein, that's Biden's diplomat, he was sent to Israel to try to get a peace deal going between Hezbollah and Israel, which failed miserably. Apparently, Amos Hochstein delivered a message from the Israeli government to the Lebanese government stating that if Hezbollah does not retreat north beyond the Litani River by June the 24th, Israel will start a war in Lebanon. Okay, so that's in just 6 days. Okay, in 6 days, guys. What is that, Sunday? Let's see, tomorrow's the 19th, 20th would be Thursday, 21st Friday, 22nd Saturday. That would be Monday, okay, next Monday. Looks like Israel is going to invade Lebanon by Monday, okay? So we'll have to wait and see if that's actually true, the time period, but regardless, it doesn't matter. And didn't I tell you guys that last week? I don't know if any of you guys were in the stream last week, but I said that probably end of June, beginning of July is when we're going to see Israel make their next big move, because Netanyahu was supposed to go to the U.S. this week to address Congress, and so all the diplomats are in Israel right now, so they're working the diplomatic angle, but it appears that diplomacy has failed, and it looks like the only thing left is war. Okay, so this is very serious, guys. So once again, Amos Hochstein delivered a message from Israel to Lebanon stating that if Hezbollah does not retreat north beyond the Litani River by the 24th, then Israel will start a war in Lebanon. And the Israeli military said operational plans for an offensive in Lebanon were approved and validated, and decisions were taken on the continuation of increasing the readiness of troops in the field. The head of the IDF Northern Command, Major General Ori Gordon, and heads of the Operations Directorate, Major General Oded Basyuk, apparently they approved the battle plans today. The IDF in a statement says the generals held an assessment during which operational plans for an offensive in Lebanon were approved. The top commanders also made decisions regarding accelerating the readiness of the forces on the ground. Okay, so this is huge news, guys. The generals have approved operational plans. Okay, operational. That is huge. Okay, so the plans are approved, and now they're just accelerating the readiness of the forces on the ground. They're getting everybody in position, moving the troops to the border, making sure they have enough ammunition and logistics. But looks like Israel is going to go into Lebanon as soon as next week. So when this happens, I will be going live 24/7 as long as necessary to cover this, because this will be historic, okay? So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're getting notifications from me. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Telegram. The links to my Twitter and Telegram are in the description, okay? But this is extremely serious, and the Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs, Israel Katz, stated on social media that we are getting very close to the moment of deciding to change the rules of the game against Hezbollah and Lebanon in an all-out war. Hezbollah will be destroyed, and Lebanon will be severely beaten. Wow, that's what the foreign minister of Israel said. Okay, Hezbollah will be destroyed and Lebanon will be severely beaten. Okay, that is just absolutely insane. So the Israelis are pissed off, rightfully so, and they're going for blood. Okay, they're going for blood. They're going for the jugular. They're done messing around. They're done with all this BS peace deals that everybody's trying to force them into. And they're going to do what they need to do to defend their people and the Holy Land, okay? So this could go sideways very quickly. Iran has already threatened to attack Israel if Israel goes into Lebanon. They already sent a warning to the U.S. through diplomatic channels a few weeks ago that Iran will directly attack Israel if Israel goes into Lebanon. So this is just crazy, guys. So much escalation going on around the world. We have Putin in North Korea. The North Korean soldiers tried to cross into South Korea, and the media is not talking about it. Nobody cares, okay? The only thing people care about is the Trump trial. That's the most important thing on everybody's mind, is the Trump trial and the election. That's guys, elections are BS anyway, okay? They're all most of them are rigged. And everybody's just so hyper-focused on that, and we have all this stuff going on. We have bird flu, okay? H5N1 bird flu is spreading like wildfire. Multiple states now reporting cases. I think like a dozen states here in the U.S. are reporting cases of bird flu. So far just in livestock, but there was a guy, I think it was in Mexico City and also in New Mexico, that died of bird flu in April or something like that. So, yes, they're distractions from the truth, right? It's a big smoke screen. It's a big smoke screen because they don't want you to see what's really going on, because if you saw what was really going on, you would be scared. And they don't want people to be scared. They want people to work, pay their taxes, be good citizens, do what they're told, don't question anything, and that's it, But, things are really getting crazy here on the world stage. So, you need to just make sure you're getting prepared as best as possible. Just look at this 911 outage. I personally believe that was a cyber attack. Remember on the culinary night, which, by the way, I've posted a video to the culinary night on my main YouTube channel. On the main page, when you go into my YouTube channel, I have it right there. And I have a separate playlist for culinary night. But that night, like multiple states, 911 went down. Okay, I mean, what if there was some kind of cyber attack tomorrow and we wake up and there's no electricity, there's no internet, okay? And then we're hearing that Russia's launching missiles towards us, okay? What are you going to do? What's your plan? Do you have a fallout shelter? Do you have water stored up? Do you have food stored up? Do you have self-defense implements, okay? Are you close to a nuclear war target? Are you downwind from a nuclear war target? You need to think about these things. What's your plan for meeting up with family? I'm not saying you should go crazy and be scared and paranoid and rack up your credit cards, or anything like that, but just, have some common sense plans in place. So when things go down, you're not running around like everybody else panicking, I don't have food, I don't have water. What am I going to do? There's radiation outside. Where do I go? You got to plan and read and arm yourself with knowledge now while you can. But it does look like something big is about to go down. Thank you, Carla. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. We had the leader of NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, say the other day, I believe it was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was it was yesterday. Yesterday, he slipped up and he said that that NATO pilots are going to be flying F-16s in Ukraine. And then Sunday night, he said that NATO has put their nukes on operational readiness, that they've basically put their nukes on full combat alert, and that the NATO alliance needs to first and foremost remember that it's a nuclear alliance and that NATO has to expand its nuclear arsenal. So this is huge, guys. NATO has put their nuclear weapons on full combat alert. Russia has put their tactical nuclear weapons on full combat alert. along the entire border of Finland and along the border of the Baltic countries in Belarus and also in southern Russia along the border of Ukraine. So Putin is in North Korea now, but he already met with the Chinese president. He already met with the Belarusian president. Now he's meeting with Kim Jong-un. So I think this is Putin's final meeting, and then things are going to kick off. And it would not surprise me if Putin making these rounds to all these countries, if they're not planning some kind of big attack at the same time, okay? Just think about the timing of it, okay? First, Putin goes to China. After China, like a week or two later, he goes right to Belarus. And then right now, he's going to North Korea, okay? So it would not surprise me if they make up some kind of plan and they have some kind of secret agreement that says, Putin says to Kim Jong-un, hey, Kim Jong-un, this is how it's going to go down. Next month, I'm going to attack the capital of Ukraine. And at the same time, my buddy Lukashenko in Belarus, he's going to attack Lithuania. And, oh, by the way, I spoke to Z, and Z said he's going to attack Taiwan at the same time. Okay? And then you're going to attack South Korea. Maybe they have some kind of big plan like that, and it's all going to go down at the same time. And the purpose of that would be to overwhelm NATO and the Western alliances. So it's impossible for us to deal with all those different fronts, okay? We can't be everywhere, okay? Yeah, we have a lot of military capability, but it's impossible for us to be everywhere. We can't be in Taiwan, Korea, Ukraine, Europe, all at the same time, plus Israel, okay? It's just impossible for us to do that. Maybe if the European countries were taking their militaries as seriously as we do, then maybe we could. Maybe if France and Germany and the UK didn't cut back their militaries, then maybe we could deal with all these fronts at the same time. But we can't because these European militaries, they've been cutting back and, hollowing out their militaries because they believe that a world war will never happen again. And now they're panicking, and NATO is panicking, and all the Western European countries are panicking because they know they're not ready. And, they're handing out survival manuals for their citizens in Sweden, in Latvia. There were some other countries that I'm forgetting, but there's already been like 4 or 5 countries in Europe that have given out survival manuals, okay, to their citizens. Most notably was Latvia and Sweden. They handed out like very comprehensive survival manuals talking about how to survive from fallout. Okay, like the Latvian survival manual, it's like 90 pages long, and we went through like most of it in a live stream one time here on the NYPrepper channel, and it's actually a really good manual. I posted a link to it. I attached a copy of it on my Telegram. I might attach a copy somewhere else, also maybe on my website or something, but it's actually a really good manual just from a preparedness point of view as a prepper. It has a lot of good information about prepping and survival. It actually, I was really impressed. It's almost like they had some preppers write that manual. But what's very concerning about the Latvian survival manual is the first thing they cover is a fallout shelter. They don't talk about food, water, medicine, anything else, dealing with invading armies. That's all at the end of the manual. But the beginning of the manual talks about nuclear fallout. Okay, we had Denmark tell its citizens to stock up on food and water and iodine. This was over the weekend. Okay, so Denmark is now telling its citizens to stockpile iodine. Okay, you know what iodine is for? That's to protect your thyroid in a radiation situation. Okay, so, things are really escalating very, very quickly. Very quickly. Curious Life says 911 was down a long time. Yes, I have a friend who lives in Massachusetts, and I heard from as early as like this morning, all the way through the evening. Basically, it was down all day, and there's still no official explanation for why. So it leads me to believe that it was a cyber attack, and they're just afraid to admit it. So they're hoping people just forget about it, or they can just say, it was just an exercise. It was just an exercise, or it was a glitch. You know, that's their favorite thing to say is, oh, it's just an exercise, or, oh, it was just a glitch. We were trying to fix a server, and the server went down, and it took everything down. Yeah, right. But, you know, very serious situation, guys. Okay, North Korean troops literally crossing into South Korea. Okay, that is just absolutely insane. And again, nobody is talking about it. Okay, nobody's talking about it. We actually have a nuclear war command and control plane that just took off from Oklahoma City right now, or it's actually on the runway. Looks like it might take off very, very soon. So, you know, our nuclear forces are on high alert. We had a very long emergency action message this afternoon. There was a small flurry of emergency action messages this afternoon. There was one message that was 192 characters long, which is extremely unusual. And an emergency action message is just a nuclear attack option. There are messages that are broadcasted to our nuclear forces telling them what to do. They go out from the Pentagon. And we had a very long one go out today. Normally they're like 30 characters or so, and there was one that was 192 characters, which is just absolutely insane. We also have some confirmation from credible sources that Russia is moving large amounts of equipment and men to the Kharkiv border in Ukraine, and also close to the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. Okay, so Russia is massing forces and men near Kharkiv and also Kyiv. So it looks like Russia is going to go for the capital again, maybe. Looks like they're going to make a bigger push into Kharkiv, possibly. We're also hearing that they're getting ready to go into Sumy Oblast. So this is very, very serious. We also know that Russia has moved tactical nukes into the Kursk and Belgorod oblasts, okay, meaning that Russia could just nuke Kharkiv or Kyiv if they want to, okay. Russia's tactical nuclear weapons are basically on standby. They're in launch positions. They're loaded and ready to fire, okay. So all they need is the go-ahead from Putin. That is very serious, guys, okay. We did have some air raid alerts in Ukraine this evening. It appears there were some explosions in Lviv in the western part of Ukraine, close to the Polish border. Apparently a 70-year-old man was hospitalized as a result of that explosion. Let me just read to you a little bit more about the situation in South Korea. This is coming from the Associated Press, so keep in mind it's mainstream media. Okay, South Korean troops fired warning shots to repel North Korean soldiers who briefly crossed the rivals' heavily fortified land border Tuesday for the second time this month, the South's military said. Both incursions were believed to be unintentional. Yeah, right. Around 20 to 30 North Korean soldiers who were doing construction work crossed the military demarcation line that serves as the border between the two countries in the demilitarized zone, according to South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff. The soldiers retreated after the South broadcasted warnings and fired warning shots, and the South's military didn't spot any suspicious activity after that, the Joint Chiefs said. The border area is dense with overgrown trees and plants, and the North Korean soldiers may have not known exactly where the border was, according to the South's military, which said it doesn't believe the soldiers deliberately crossed into the South. The North did not return fire. Yeah, I don't believe that, guys. Come on. You know, it just really it really agitates me when they think that we're so stupid that we're just gonna believe all these crazy stories that just don't make any sense. Okay, if you're doing construction on the border of on the most heavily militarized border in the world, you're going to know where the border is, okay? It's not like you're just, wandering around somewhere in an open field in Kansas and you stumble upon somebody's property line by accident. Okay, this is the DMZ, okay? These soldiers know where the freaking border is, okay? So yeah, I don't buy that story, but I could see why South Korea would say that, because they don't want people to panic. Paula Maggie, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Serena Smith, thank you for gifting, or thank you for the donation. I'm thankful that you're in the live stream. Yeah, exactly, Aldo. The DMZ is a no-go, zero excuse area, right? Yes, EAMs were active today. That's correct. Right, exactly, Deidre. They know where the borders are. Exactly. What's going on? Clint Leonard says North Korea actually built part of the new wall like 100 feet into the DMZ. I'm sure it was by accident. Yeah, maybe it was an accident, but I just personally don't believe it. And then they detonate some landmines. That's just one incident. Okay, that's just one incident. The big incident is all these North Koreans that triggered a bunch of landmines. I mean, come on, I heard some story that, they crossed into South Korea and then they ran back into North Korea and then they triggered their own landmines. I mean, come on, guys. If it makes you feel better, it makes you sleep better at night to believe that, then go ahead, But let's just be real here. Come on. This is the most heavily militarized border in the world. Okay, both sides know exactly where the border lines are. And I personally don't believe that story that, it was an accident. You can believe it, Clint. That's fine. I'm not telling you that, you're a bad person or something if you don't believe what I believe. But that's just my opinion, And then the whole situation with the landmines getting triggered, which we haven't really heard too much about from the mainstream media. We haven't heard anything about the landmine situation, and we're not getting any details from South Korea about the landmines. I mean, it sounds to me like what happened was the North Korean soldiers were probing South Korea, and they sent their troops into South Korea to see what South Korea would do, and maybe they thought that they didn't have landmines there. Maybe they thought, oh, South Korea, they're a bunch of wussies. They don't have landmines. And then they walked into a minefield and they got killed, That's what I personally think happened. Again, you don't have to agree with me, but this is my channel and my opinion. But that's what I think happened, But we're still not hearing much information about that. And, let's be honest, guys, even if it did happen that way, they're never going to admit to that. Okay, South Korea is never going to say that. The U.S. is never going to say that. Just like right now, we have a Russian warship off the coast of Miami, Russian subs. They're never going to tell us exactly what's going on. It's not in their interest. They don't have to. They're not required to tell us the truth. In many ways, telling the truth could be damaging to national security. So if you're one of those people that needs official confirmation of everything, I really feel bad for you, because you're missing out on a lot of information. Because, if you're only listening to official reports, then you're missing like 90% of the story. Okay, because it's like an iceberg. Okay, you got to think all these events and the information around these events, it's like an iceberg. Okay, when you see an iceberg, you only see the tip over the water. right? And then you have like 3/4 of the iceberg under the water, and you know, the tip over the water is what the official information is, what the public information is that we're told and that we're supposed to accept as the truth. And if we don't accept it as the truth, we're censored, we're outcasted, we're called crazy, we're called tinfoil hatters, we're called all kinds of nasty names. But then you have everything underneath the water that is not official, that's not told, you know, that the official sources don't tell us. And that's like 3/4 of the story, okay? So if you're only looking at the top of the iceberg, then you're missing everything, you know? So... Clint says, I couldn't respond for 4 minutes while Greg was taking my obvious sarcasm as a serious message. Oh, it was sarcastic. Okay. I mean, either way, you know, you can believe whatever you want. I mean, I'll never attack someone or hate someone because they have a different opinion. You know, we're all different people and we have different opinions. I'm not that type of person. There are people out there that just can't handle different opinions, and they attack other people because they have different opinions. EM, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate all your support. Wow, that's very nice of you. Very generous donation. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. EM is one of the big channel supporters. Thank you so much, EM. And no problem. Tony T, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Tony. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. And once again, thanks to the mods. I appreciate you guys. So let me just show you some stuff here. Let me just get this up on the screen. Stand by 1 minute here. Let me just refresh our radios here so we can hear the EAMs. They just timed out on me. Hold on. But our nuclear forces are on really high alert, guys. I've been seeing like 3 to 5 B-52s airborne either over the US or over Europe over the past like week or so, every single day. I've never seen that before, and I've been monitoring flights basically almost on a daily basis for the last few years, and I've never seen this many B-52s flying over the US and over Europe on a daily basis, okay? Every now and then you would see one B-52 here, one B-52 there, and it would be sporadic, like once every couple of days. But now we're literally seeing B-52s flying into hot zones almost every day, okay? To the Baltic Sea, to the Norwegian Sea, to the Mediterranean, over the US, okay? So that's a sign that our nuclear forces are on high alert for some reason. Okay, whether it's because of the Russian subs going to Cuba or something else, I don't know, but our nuclear forces are on very, very high alert. So, make sure you guys are getting prepared. Do I think that the White House would warn America? I do think that they would tell us. I just think that they would tell us at the very last minute. NORAD would send out emergency alerts to all our phones and on TVs, and also if they have speakers, public, sirens and things like that. But we're not going to get like notice hours or days in advance, if that's what you mean. They're just going to wait until the missiles are actually launched, and then they're going to tell us. They're not going to tell us if, Russia has, and that's, there's really nothing they could really do. A nuclear attack would be a surprise. Sometimes there's indications that Russia could, let's say, be planning a surprise attack unless if they have good intelligence. If, let's say, they have some James Bond type characters embedded in the Russian nuclear forces or Chinese nuclear forces, then they would know that something's being planned. But any kind of surprise attack on America would be extremely secret. I would imagine that only Putin himself would probably know about it. I don't think he would even tell his defense minister. I think he would just decide to do it one day on his own for, the sake of the plan getting leaked out and compromising it. But I do believe that we would be notified. It's automatic. NORAD has it's an automatic system, so it's not like Biden could tell NORAD, no, please don't tell the American people. I mean, it's possible he could do that, of course, but you got to think there's still some people in the military that have a conscience, and they wouldn't do that. But I mean, legally, first of all, legally, Biden could not do that. Second of all, technically speaking, it's an automatic system plugged into NORAD. So as soon as NORAD detects ballistic missiles going up into space, it's an immediate trigger. It's a chain reaction that kicks off, and the first thing they do is send out alerts as soon as they know where the missiles are going and probable targets. They send out the alerts to everybody, and so I think we would get notified. But remember, the notification, it's only going to happen, right when the missiles launch. They're not going to tell us hours before, days before. Even if they know, they're probably not going to tell us, to probably prevent panic. They don't want people to panic. Just look at the way, I can't really talk too much about it here on this platform, but, just look at the way the recent pandemic was handled, okay? They were planning these lockdowns for months. As soon as the first cases showed up in China, they were already planning the lockdowns, okay? As soon as those first cases showed up, but they didn't tell anybody about it until they did the lockdown, okay? Because they didn't want people to move around. They didn't want people to spread everything. Okay, so just look at the way that was handled. I knew that the lockdowns were coming because I was covering it just like I'm covering what's happening now with the nuclear forces, with North Korea. I mean, if you go, I actually deleted all those videos from coronavirus, but, I was covering it daily just like I'm covering this. And I knew the lockdowns were coming, and I stocked up. I bought certain things that I needed to get right before the lockdowns happened. But they didn't tell anybody. They just did it, and there's reasons for that. And, same thing with a nuclear war. They're not going to tell us, most likely, just like with Ukraine, right? They knew months ahead of time that Russia was planning to invade Ukraine. They had the intelligence, the satellite information, whatever. They didn't tell us about it. They just let it happen, So yeah, they're not going to tell us if something's really serious. They're just going to let it happen, and then all we're going to get is the emergency alert on our phone. And at that point, you're just going to have, 30 minutes basically to prepare. So hey guys, sorry about that. We have an unusual situation here at my house. There's a cat outside my house, and it's meowing, and I don't know what's going on, but it's like a little kitty, and it's standing by my door and meowing. So I don't know what to do now. Let me see if I can get the microphone here so you guys can hear. Hold on one sec. I don't know. It sounds like a distress call. So I don't know what to do now. I got 5,000 people watching. I can't just stop and listen. Hey, kitty. So I don't know what to do now. But yeah, I don't have any cat food, unfortunately. I don't know. Can I put tuna out there? I don't know. Do they eat tuna? Tuna and water, milk and tuna. Feed it milk. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it has like rabies or anything. I mean, she doesn't look sick. She looks healthy. I don't know what's going on. Hold on one sec, guys. I don't know if anybody out there has cats. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with this cat. I'm sorry. Uh, Anybody have a cat here? Um, is uh, is this a kitty that would make this kind of noise, or is this a mother cat? Hold on. Let me let you guys listen again. Hold on. Is that a kitty, or is that a kitten? It's a kitten. Okay. It's hungry. Okay. I'm wondering if it heard me, because I have a loud voice maybe, and it heard me through the window. Here, hold on. Hey, kitty. Yeah, she's hiding in the bushes over here because I have bushes, and she's hiding in the bushes. So, um, I opened the door and she tried to like run inside, but I'm afraid to let her inside because I don't know if she has like rabies, or I don't even have kitty litter. I don't want her to tear up my whole freaking inside of my house and poop everywhere. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I could put her in my garage or something, or basement. I don't know. She's hungry. Okay. I guess would tuna be good? Like just pure tuna? Probably no rabies. Okay. This is a real emergency, guys. This is a real emergency alert. I got a kitten outside my door trying to go inside. She's just by herself, it seems like. Do not let it inside, but give it a tin of food. It was abandoned. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I could give her to like a shelter or something. I don't know. I guess cats are pretty resilient. Put it in a box. Man, this is crazy. 24/7 live stream imminent. Emergency alert. NYPrepper has a kitten outside his house, um, trying to get inside. This is the first time I've ever had a kitten do this at my house here. I've had cats walk around the house. They're always around the house, but like wild cats and stuff. So tuna with water, huh? She may have wandered away from Mama. Yeah, she's hiding in the bushes, so that would make sense. And plus, there's like coyotes and stuff outside. Yeah, there's gonna be an ICBM test. That's correct. There's supposed to be an ICBM test right now. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be just right back. I just want to see what she's doing. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna finish up the news, and then I'm gonna take a break and figure out what to do with the kitty. I just put out some tuna, but she's waiting by my door, so she wants to go inside, and I'm just a little nervous to bring her inside just yet, so I may just put her in my garage for now. But I'll finish up the news before I do that, because that's gonna take some time. Yeah, I'd like to let her in. She's like waiting by our door here, and she's meowing by the door, and when I open the door, she tries to run in. So, she's just hiding in the landscaping. I have some bushes, thick bushes by my house here, and she's definitely scared. Don't let it in. Feed it a few times until it learns to live on its own. Yeah, garage is better than being eaten by a coyote. That's right. Yeah, what I think I may do is bring it in the garage and then drop her off at a shelter or something. I don't know. Tomorrow. I don't know. Thank you, SC, for the donation. This is for Culinary Kitty. That's funny. That's so funny. Such a weird situation. I've never had this happen before, so I don't know what to do. But Dragon Dan, thank you for the donation. Adopt the cat and name it Culinary. Fire Mist Gaming, thank you for the donation. Hi, Greg. I hope this helps. I love your lives. Thank you, Fire Mist. Yes, it does. Every little bit helps, and what helps is when you watch my videos, comment, share, hit the thumbs up button. That helps a lot. Watch the whole video through. Don't just click off after 2 minutes. That makes a huge difference when you watch the full video rather than clicking off after 3 or 4 minutes. That's really the whole thing with YouTube, is the way their algorithm works is when people watch a video for a long period of time, then the algorithm promotes that video. So don't click off after 3 minutes. Jacob Hannikin, thank you for the donation. In NYPrepper's mind, what's the perfect storm for a nuclear incident and global conflict event? I've said it before many times, but basically a surprise attack by Russia. Surprise nuclear attack by Russia on the United States. That's what I think is going to happen, possibly, most likely. It's going to be a surprise nuclear attack of some kind. Sugar Wookie, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. You've been blessed by the kitty distribution system. Yes, that's very true. Yeah, I'm very concerned about the kitty. Name it Culinary, the channel mascot. Thank you, EM, for another donation. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do need a channel mascot here. Put a bowl of warm milk outside. Milk, not water. Yeah, I guess milk is what you need for a cat, right? I just don't want to make the cat sick or anything. Lil Kim, thanks for the donation. I don't get people. I've been telling people they might want to prepare just in case, and most have no clue of anything. And after I tell them, just say, oh, and then go back to what they were doing. Thank you, Lil Kim. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I've given up on trying to convince people. You know, I don't really care to convince anybody. I mean, you know, certain people that are open-minded, you can convince them, but if somebody's really stubborn about it, there's just no point in wasting your time, because there's other people that might benefit from your help. rather than wasting your time convincing someone who's super stubborn about it. You know, maybe you can spend that energy to convince someone who's kind of on the fence about it, you know. But let me just share my screen with you guys. So let me just recap some things here, though. So major breaking news, the Israeli military has approved operational plans for invading Lebanon. Amos Hochstein has delivered a message to the Lebanese government, giving them a deadline of June the 24th, which is Monday. If Hezbollah does not retreat north, then Israel will invade by June 24th. So that's Monday, okay? We had the Israeli foreign minister say that Hezbollah will be destroyed and Lebanon will be severely beaten. We have recent satellite images that have shown that there have been a lot of fortifications going up on the North Korean side of the DMZ since early May. And one of these fortifications extends actually 150 feet into South Korean territory. So North Korea is now building fortifications that extend into South Korea 150 feet. Okay, this is from recent satellite imagery. So you see what North Korea is doing here? What North Korea is doing is they're testing the waters. Okay, first they send these troops over by accident to see what South Korea does. Then they try to cross and then they walk into a minefield. Now they're building these structures on the South Korean side. Okay, they're probing to see what the South's response is. Okay, so major breaking news earlier today, if you missed it, North Korean troops crossed into South Korea. They stumbled upon a minefield and blew themselves up. We had North Korean soldiers try to cross into South Korea, and they were fired upon by South Korean forces. We had NATO leader Jens Stoltenberg slip up in an interview today that Ukrainian F-16s will be piloted by NATO pilots. Okay. We have information about Russia preparing a massive counteroffensive in the Kharkiv region and Kyiv. So Russia's preparing a massive counteroffensive in the Kharkiv direction. A Chinese nuclear sub surfaced in the Taiwan Strait near the median line. Putin signed a strategic agreement with North Korea. Taiwan's military is conducting training exercises on what they call red beaches, which are beaches that they classify as likely landing spots during a Chinese invasion. And Taiwan has already mined their northern and southern coasts with sea mines. Now they're doing training on these red beaches. The Philippines announced that one of their sailors was wounded in an altercation with the Chinese Coast Guard. And the Philippine defense minister said that if he had been killed, it would be an act of war. We have the NATO leader, Jens Stoltenberg, threatening China with consequences for their continued support of Russia. Ukraine destroyed a massive fuel depot in the Rostov region of Russia. And we're also hearing that Russia has massed 10,000 troops near the town of Borove in the Kharkiv Oblast. Okay, so huge news, lots of stuff going on. And then we have these Russian subs or warships sailing between the Bahamas and Florida. She's now trying to get into my AC, is what it sounds like. She's trying to get into my AC, the kitty outside. Open Minds, thank you for the donation. This is for the culinary food. That's funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Jerry Sparks, thank you for the donation. Jerry says no milk. Okay, yeah, I figured milk could make her sick or something. Didelphia Morphia, thank you for the donation. Everything is ready for the upcoming nuclear apocalypse. Survival is assured. Also, Prepper Red Alert, a kitty at my door. What do I do? Yeah, I'm prepared for nuclear war, but I'm not prepared for a kitty trying to get inside my house. What color is the culinary? I'll try to take a picture and maybe I'll share it tomorrow in my update. But she's like white and like light brown. She's white and she has like light brown patches. So yeah, I don't know what would bring her over here. I don't know what happened. I mean, I live in the countryside. I'm surrounded by farms, so I don't know where she would wander in from, but let me just share my screen here. We do have a U.S. nuclear war command and control plane over Arkansas right now. We have a strong line of storms over Kansas and Oklahoma. Look at these storms, guys. Massive line of storms going over Kansas and Oklahoma right now. So get prepared for that if you live in the plains. There could be some tornadoes here even. But we do have a nuclear war command and control plane that just took off. They usually don't take off this late at night. I don't know if this is related to the ICBM test, but they usually don't take off after midnight. They usually don't take off. They're usually just airborne at this time, but they don't start a new flight in the middle of the night. So that's kind of concerning. But we do have these strong storms here. Let me just share the latest information on the weather here. So you can see the entire Northeast is under a heat advisory. All of New York, all of New England, all of Pennsylvania, all of New Jersey, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan. Huge heat dome over the Midwest and the Northeast right now. Heat advisories and excessive heat warnings in effect for the Pittsburgh area. Looks like, let's see, in northwest Ohio, northeast Indiana, we have an excessive heat warning as well. Heat index values expected to be between 95 and 105 throughout the week. Low temperatures in the 70s at night will provide little relief from heat. So it's going to be extremely hot the rest of the week, guys. So please stay indoors, limit your time outside. If you do have to go outside after 5 p.m. or before like 11 in the morning. Okay, before 11 or after 5, do not go outside in the middle of the day. You will get overcome with heat exhaustion, and it comes quickly, and it will overwhelm you. We do have tropical storm warnings here. Let me show you the tropical storm warnings for Texas. Look at this, guys. Tropical storm warning in effect through Thursday. Gusts over 50 miles per hour possible along the coast. Gusts up to 50 knots possible over the bays and coastal waters. Prepare for power outages across southern Texas, okay? So the latest rainfall map showed like 8 to 12 inches of rain for Corpus Christi, which is just absolutely insane for this early in the season to have such a strong tropical storm. The kitty is still outside my window here. I did give her some tuna. I took some chunk light tuna and I put it on a paper plate and I spread it out with my fork so it's easy for her to eat, you know. But we'll see if she eats it or not. I don't know if that's what she wants. It looks like she probably wants to go inside. She wants to run inside, you know. So I may have to put her in the garage. I don't want to let her in my house, because I don't have any. I don't want her to tear everything up, you know, furniture and stuff, and you know, I don't want her to like hide behind stuff, and then I'm not going to be able to get her out. So I don't know if I'll put her in my basement or in my garage. Um, put the kitty in a small bathroom so she doesn't feel lost in a big area. Give water or tuna on a small plate. Take it to the vet. Okay. Yeah, the heat could most certainly knock out the power. Definitely could. Um, so here's the latest tropical storm warning for Corpus Christi area. Um, let's see. They're talking about winds up to 55 knots, seas 13 to 20 feet. That's strong. Or that's big. 20-foot seas. Tropical storm force winds possible until Thursday morning. Very strong winds will cause hazardous seas which could capsize or damage vessels and reduce visibility. I'm going to see if I can get some buoy cameras. We might be able to get some buoy cameras out there in the Gulf and see what the conditions are like. But let's just check the radar here. We do have the first outer bands of the storm already making their way into Corpus Christi here. Okay, but they're saying 8 to 12 inches of rain. So, yeah, the garage will protect her from coyotes. Exactly, yep. Everyone tell Greg to let her in. I'll let her in. I'm just going to put her in the garage or something. And then I'll take her to like a vet or I don't know what to figure it out. But let's just see the forecast for Corpus Christi here. They even have a hurricane statement already. Look, potential for wind 39 to 57 miles per hour. 50 mile an hour winds is still, 50 mile an hour winds is still pretty serious, 50 miles an hour, that can do a lot of damage to siding and but it looks like this is going to be a real big rainmaker. Looks like storm surge is going to be 1 to 3 feet of storm surge, which is, not the highest, but that still could cause flooding. Let me just see the latest rainfall forecast here. So, heat advisories in the Northeast, Midwest. This is funny. Look at this. We got a frost advisory in western North Dakota. You believe that? Wow. Frost advisory in western North Dakota in late June. Look at these temperatures, guys. 33 degrees in Dickinson, western North Dakota. Yeah, that's got to be probably close to a record, I would imagine. There's even a chance of a freeze. They're talking about a 25% chance of a freeze tonight into tomorrow morning in Hettinger, North Dakota. That is insane, guys. And then we also have frost advisories in Nevada and Idaho. But that is just insane. Wow, I don't believe I've ever seen a frost advisory in North Dakota this late in June. That's pretty insane. And that's just another sign that we're heading into the grand solar minimum. Tamara says, Greg, it's a kitten, not a thermonuclear missile. Your house will survive. There was snow in Montana and various sleet storms. Oh yeah, well Montana, they always get snow. I mean, especially high elevations, they always get snow. Yeah, let me see what's going on with the cat. I think she's still outside. Hold on. She's still out here. Hey. Yeah, she wants to go inside. Hold on, let me just go and check up on her. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Last caller, sombrero, say again last, over.
Alright guys, I'm back for now. I put a little water out there and I put like a little box, like a little crate. Maybe she'll jump in the crate. She was climbing on my window on the outside on the screen. She was trying to get inside. Yeah, I heard the radio outside. I didn't catch what it was saying. 55 in Bismarck today. Yes, frost warning for tonight. Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, that's what I did. I put a box outside and I put a towel on the bottom and I left some water and food. So, yeah, she's scared and hungry. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yep. So hopefully she'll go in, but she likes those bushes. She feels safe in the bushes because the bushes are really dense, you know. Let me just show you guys what's going on with the hurricane. So we have Tropical Cyclone 1, and here's the latest rainfall potential. And you can see Corpus Christi, 8 to 12 inches of rain. Okay, look at that. Lots of rain and just a widespread area of like 4 to 8 inches across southern Texas here. So there's going to be flooding. But yeah, there's frosts in western North Dakota tonight, which is just absolutely insane. Look at some of the storm surge here. We're going to have 2 to 4 feet of storm surge in Galveston Bay. That's pretty significant for a tropical storm, 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. And here's the latest cone. So this is going to turn into a tropical storm. It might already be one. So this will be our first system of the season, the first named storm of the season. Thank you guys for your patience, by the way. I see there's still, most of you guys are still here. I appreciate it. Bohica Prep says, I'm 10 miles downwind from Tinker Air Force Base. How foobar am I? 10 miles is not too bad. Tinker is definitely going to get hit with at least 1 or 2 warheads. Probably 1 ground burst. So, yeah, I mean, 10 miles, it's a little bit close for comfort. You would probably survive if you have a good solid structure, but you may feel some of the blast wave. So oh, she's outside here now. She wants to go inside. So let me just show you guys some stuff here. So we had this B-52 nuclear bomber fly all the way from the UK up to northern Norway to the Norwegian Sea, and then it flew across the Atlantic, and then it landed in Minot Air Force Base. This is pretty interesting. So it flew into the Norwegian Sea. Very, very interesting. And then this was earlier this evening. We had a presidential doomsday plane that flew down to northern Louisiana, where Barksdale Air Force Base is located. And then it flew back up to Offutt Air Base, and then it went to D.C. So presidential doomsday plane was airborne. We had another B-52 that flew over the Appalachian Mountains, and then it went up to Quebec, and then it went down through the Midwest and back to Barksdale Air Force Base. So very interesting. It actually flew over my area of Pennsylvania, pretty close to where I live, so too bad I didn't get a video of it or anything. And then we had 3 B-52s airborne in the afternoon. Look at this, guys. 3 B-52s airborne, and that's in addition to this one here. So 4 B-52s, actually 5 if you count the one that came from the UK, which is just ridiculous. And here's 2 B-52s that took off from the UK at the same time. One of these went to the US, and then one, I don't know, it disappeared from the flight tracker. We had all these sub-hunters here off the coast of Maryland and Delaware earlier. Absolutely crazy. One of them was patrolling the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. We had a rivet joint, a reconnaissance plane, flying through the Florida Strait today, going back and forth dozens of times, and multiple P-8 Poseidons, just like clockwork, going down to Cuba. We had a P-8 Poseidon sub-hunter take off from Iceland, and it went to Russia's Northern Fleet. We had 2 AWACS planes flying over the Baltic Sea and Poland. Again, very unusual. We had a lot of activity around Scotland and the UK. We had multiple Eurofighter Typhoons that were patrolling the Scottish shoreline, and then we also had a sub-hunter off the northern coast of Scotland flying really, really low. Then we had multiple reconnaissance planes over Poland and the Baltic Sea. And we have this Estonian Air Force reconnaissance plane that was patrolling the border of Estonia and Russia here in Narva. So very concerning, guys. She's a baby. Get a towel and hold her so she's not scared. Keep the kitten. Take it to the vet for a check. That kitten can be your best friend. Dude, the vote in the chat is to let the cat in. She is scared and lonely. She will just fall asleep. We can deal with the noise. I guess you guys can probably hear her, huh? I don't know if I want to bring her in. I'm just concerned she may get lost in my house or something. And then, I don't know. I'm going to let her in. I'm going to see first if she wants to just hang out in that crate I left outside. Coyotes are not going to get her here. I mean, she's right by my front door. Coyotes don't come this close. Put her in a bathroom. She'll keep mice out of your preps. You can snip the tips of her nails with nail clippers. Yeah, I could do that for sure. I could probably bring her into the garage. That's what I'm thinking. That might be the best option. Adam Tannehill, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Greg, you'll never regret taking this little one in. Here's a donation to get you started for a best friend. Cash for kitty support. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, no worries. I banned that troll. No worries. Name her Culinary. Yeah, she's still out there. Listen. She kind of calmed down a little bit. I think just because I went outside and I left her the food and a blanket and stuff. She still wants to go inside though. So that's pretty much all the emergency news. Looks like Israel's going into Lebanon soon, and North Korea's getting ready to invade South Korea. It looks like, and then we have the Russian subs off of Florida. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna stay live. It's just the end of the news segment of the broadcast. So if you're just here for the news, that's pretty much all the news that I have. But I will be staying live for a little while longer. David Fariello, thanks for the donation. Keep fighting the good fight. Love how you're taking care of the kitten. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take care of her, and I might let her in the garage. I'm just afraid if I let her in the garage, she may try to climb up into my attic, because I have like an attic, and if she goes up there, I mean, I don't know if I'll. There's no way I'll be able to get her out of there, you know. But thanks again, David Fariello. I appreciate it. Yeah, she was jumping on my windows and trying to climb on the screens and on my windows. Virtual backgrounds, thanks for the donation. I will definitely help her. Mary Catherine, thank you for the donation. Keep her world small so she doesn't get scared. Bathroom with food, water, old towel, and a cardboard box. She'll feel safe and loved. Looks like she's trying to climb in through my window here. I think she's trying to climb in through my window. Derek Martinez, thank you for the donation. Oh my gosh. She's trying to climb into the window here. My gosh. This is funny. I just see like my bush like shaking like there's a dinosaur in it or something like a. She's trying to climb in here. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. She's climbing into. Hey, kitty. Hey. She's trying to climb in. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me get my phone out. I got to take a picture of this. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Kitty. Hey. Okay, I'll let you in. Hey, kitty. Okay, I'll let you in, alright? Guys, this is crazy. She just climbed up my siding here and she's climbing on my screen. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. She's climbing on my screen. Oh, she just jumped off. All right, guys, I'm back. So I brought her into the garage. I let her into the garage, and she absolutely loves me. She keeps following me around. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to go and I guess call a vet or something in the morning. But I put her in the garage and I opened the window and I left some food. She ate like half the can of tuna that I put out there. So she ate a lot. You know, it was so funny. There was like a little bug that was buzzing around, some kind of beetle, and she attacked it and killed it and ate it. It was pretty funny. So yeah, she's a survivor, that's for sure. It's pretty funny. She just killed this beetle and just ate it like a snack. It was funny. Paleo Greenbird, thank you for the donation. Good to see you. You have a friend for life. It was meant to be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the thing is with cats is you got to be around. I don't know. You know, with a cat now, it kind of makes things more difficult. But cats are not like dogs. I mean, they're kind of self-sufficient. You can kind of just leave food and stuff. But she was like following me around and Derek Martinez, wow, thank you for the big donation. More help for the Kiki. Think it's gonna be fine. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it. Yeah, I let her inside. She's in the garage now. I left her crate with blanket and you know, food and stuff. So she just adopted you. Good luck. That's funny. That's funny. Adam Tannehill, thank you so much for the donation. Please keep her. It will be the best company you'll ever have. Trust me, the world works in mysterious ways. Yeah, this is really mysterious and very strange. Very strange situation. I've never had this happen before. So yeah, you guys don't have to worry anymore. She's inside, so coyotes can't get to her. To Mac Bab Cud, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Trisha Mills, thank you for the donation for kitten food, litter box, and scoop, litter, toys, blanket, and let her into your house. Yeah, I'll have to see about letting her in the house at this point. For now, I'm gonna call the vet tomorrow morning, local vet or something, and see what they say. And for now, she's staying in the garage because, you know, I don't want to bring any diseases into the house or something, you know. Take her to a shelter or no one close enough or someone close enough to take her in. Fine Wine, thank you for the donation. Emma Jane, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Elaine, thank you for the donation, Elaine. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Good to see you. I haven't seen you here in a while. So yeah, the kitty situation is resolved for now. So farms love cats. They keep the mice and rodent population down. Yeah, that's true. There are no-kill shelters. Yeah, I'm going to look up and see if there's any rescue areas around here. You should go sit with her after you shut down the broadcast. No, I don't have any other pets right now. I used to have a dog when I was a kid. But no, I don't have any other pets. Please look outside tomorrow. There may be more. Oh. Cat scratch fever. Yeah, you got to watch out for cat scratch fever. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. And she looks healthy. I mean, she's a baby, so you know, she's a young cat, so I can't see how she would have anything at this age. Um, Virtual backgrounds. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. You are her hero. She will be forever grateful. Cats don't forget. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a. I got a video. I got a video of her first approaching me. It's pretty funny. Like at first she was very scared, and then she was scared, and then she kind of, uh, walked up closer, and then she started like rubbing against my leg, and my car and my truck and stuff. Um, so we'll see what happens. This is pretty interesting. We got these Russian planes going down here. We have actually, this is interesting. Look, we have a Russian special flight squadron taking off from Tel Aviv, maybe some kind of Russian diplomat, or maybe the Russians are leaving Israel for some reason. Very interesting. And then we have another Ilyushin Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations plane going down to Egypt. That could be related to, potentially the war between Israel and Lebanon. Very interesting. But yeah, this Russian Special Flight Squadron plane is really interesting. Well, it's nice not to have to hear her meowing like crazy out here. Hopefully she'll be a little more relaxed now that she's in the garage. She's still making noises in the garage, but that's okay. I can hear her a little bit in the garage. Yeah, cats are great for rodent control. Prepper cat, yep. Emergency kitty alert is over. Kitty is saved. I can sleep peacefully now. Well, I'm not a papa yet. What's going on, Jimmy Rants? Good to see you. Hope everything's going well. Yeah, it's so weird because, like, I don't know where this cat... I don't know where this cat came from. I mean, I don't know where this cat would come from. There's nothing around here. It's just farms and some houses. So I don't know where this cat came from even. It's really, really strange. But she found these bushes here. A lot of animals like these bushes. We had rabbits in these bushes before because the bushes are so thick they feel safe in them. She was climbing on my window screen. I got a video of it. She jumped up out here. I'm sitting by the window. I'm upstairs now. I'm not in the basement anymore. And this screen here, she was jumping up on the screen. It was crazy because she heard me talking. Crazy situation though. It's always never a dull moment on the NYPrepper channel, right? Whether it's culinary night, on the verge of nuclear war, or a stray kitty trying to get into my house. There's always something going on here. Never a dull moment. Cats are easy pets, easier than dogs. Yes, they are a lot easier than dogs. That's correct. Yep. The Ruski spy cat. That's funny. Yeah, she's pretty stressed out, but maybe she's a fan that's decided to stalk me. That's funny. She just wanted love and feel safe. Poor thing. Yeah, I think she Now I need a culinary kitty t-shirt. That's funny. She wants a YouTube channel to make funds for tuna so she can lift weights with you to muscle up. Yeah, I lift weights in my garage, so I don't know how I'm going to do that now. I'm going to have to kick her out when I lift because she's going to be jumping all over me while I'm trying to lift hundreds of pounds. So I'm going to have to kick her out when I lift. Culinary kitty night. Yeah, I don't think she's that lonely. I'm sure she'll be fine. I think she'll be okay. I think she's just being a little. I think she's just being a little extra. Yeah, I left her some water and tuna. She ate like half of the tuna can. She ate a lot of it. She was hungry, and then I left her some water. Culinary cat and NYPrepper duo merch. Culinary meow t-shirt fund. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. 24-hour stream tonight. Yeah, right. Emergency alert. Kitty enters NYPrepper house. Samuel says I benched 450. Wow, that's good. Personal best. That's great. Yeah, that's like what my personal best was at one point. I was never a good bench presser, actually, because I have longer arms. My best was like around 450. I think I could do 405 for 5 at my best. So father-in-law saw an albino white-tailed deer. Wow, that's pretty rare to see. Next thing you know, there's going to be a 24-hour kitty cam. That would be funny. Tuna gives cats diarrhea. Oh no. What should I do for the pooping situation? Because she's going to poop in the garage. I got to figure out what to do. I don't know where's she going to poop now? I don't really want to have to get her a litter box in the morning. Litter box with some sand. I actually have some sand. I wonder if I should put some sand in a box. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yes, I have sand for the winter time. I put sand on my driveway because it gets icy. Maybe I could put some sand in a little cardboard box. Would that work? Paper shredder. Gravel. She won't poop that much. Yes, sand in a. So would she know to go right to that box just because there's sand in it? Like, do you have to train them? Or will she just go right in because it's sand and she likes that soft stuff? Will she automatically go in? Place her on it once. Okay. No, they know. Okay. Sand in a box. Okay. She'll figure it out. Yeah. I hope she does because I don't want my garage to stink. It's going to be poop in there for who knows when I'll be able to find it. I got a lot of stuff in my garage. They'll go in the box automatically. Okay. Lift her to show her. Okay, she will go in it. Okay, sit her in the box one time. Place her in it and she will use it. Okay. She needs to be trained to go in a box. Okay, get Pretty Litter brand for the litter box. You will never smell poop or pee. Highly recommended. I don't know what I'm going to name her yet. I don't know. Kitty will impress you. Just show her once. Okay. So how do I actually show her? Do I just pick her up and put her in the box like while she's pooping, or just put her in it just so she gets comfortable and then she'll go on her own. I don't understand. Get a small box tonight and sand. Okay, I may go ahead and do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go and do that because she just ate, so I'm afraid she may try to. I mean, I could always open the door and let her outside, let her run out, you know. She could probably go outside and do it outside, I'm sure, if I just let her out during the day. Okay. Put her in it once. Piss in the box to show her. That's funny. Put her in the box. Okay. Okay. Keep her in it to smell it. Okay. What does she look like? Just show her the box of sand and set her on it just to see where it is, then she'll know. Okay. She wanted to actually go outside. When she walked into the garage, I opened the door and she like kind of wanted to like run outside for a sec. You know, cats like to go in and out, some of them. Make sure the box is not too tall. Show us a picture. Yeah, I'll try to get a picture. I have a video. Maybe I'll share the video in my update tomorrow. I could probably share it, see if I could share it now. Live stream the cat. Okay, hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to just get a box with sand. So I don't want her to pee all over my workout equipment. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I got the so-called litter box for her. I just took like an old shoe box and filled it with some sand. And she's doing good. She's in the garage right now. I opened a window for her. So I'm convinced if I didn't let her in, she would probably stay here and just live outside of the door, and she would eventually find a way in. She was just not giving up at all. Even now in the garage, she wants to go in and, you know, Karen says, good man. Fine Wine says, you're my hero. Congrats on your new cat. I don't know if I'm going to keep her or what. We'll have to wait and see. I have to wait and see. You know, I may just keep her in the garage for now and make like a little pet door or something so she can go in and out, you know. Yeah, she's very persistent. She's definitely very persistent. Yeah, just she's definitely a kitten that's used to people, or you know, I don't know, maybe someone abandoned her. I don't know, maybe some people do weird stuff like that. They, you know, dump cats off on the side of the road, or dogs, you know, people do that kind of stuff, you know, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like this Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations plane landed in Egypt, and then we have this special flight squadron plane that took off from Tel Aviv, which is pretty unusual. Um, we have Jake 17 about to do its rounds near Kaliningrad. This is a U.S. reconnaissance plane. Could she be hurt? No, she looks. She was purring when I was kind of petting her a little bit, and she was purring and stuff. She definitely wants to go inside the house, but I'm not gonna let her in. Not only would she find a way in, she would take over the channel and rename it NYPrepper Kitty. She's heard about the 3Ps. Yes, they can jump high. Cats, she can use the window to access. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's true. She's definitely an orphan cat. I mean, she's definitely an orphan cat or kitty. She's a little bit. She's not too small. I would say she's probably. She's got to be a few months old. I would say she's probably like. She's not like super young or anything, you know. So I don't know what happened, you know. You will eventually. She owns you now. She already has. Yeah, it's like I got this little monster in my garage now, you know. I got a little monster in my garage. Who knows what's going to happen when I wake up tomorrow and go in there. Maybe, hopefully she doesn't tear apart my workout bench. That would suck. Yeah, I think she was scared too. Yep. She was jumping on the windows. She was jumping on the screens. I've never had anything like that happen before. Like, I've had cats come around the house, but I mean, she was like standing outside the door here and just, you know, crying like crazy and she was literally jumping on the screens. I've never seen anything like it before. Just absolutely insane. Cats don't destroy, generally speaking. Well, they need something to scratch, don't they? Yeah, hopefully now she'll be a little bit more calm. This is interesting. We got a Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations plane going to Belarus. Check this out. That's not too common. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, guys. Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations plane. Wow. Yeah, they're not lions. Okay, back to the news. We have some more of these rain bands coming into Texas now. Looks like the first rain bands from this tropical storm are working their way in. We got a strong line of storms. Let me see if I can get a buoy camera to share with you guys. But yeah, we have this Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations plane landing in Belarus. That's pretty concerning. So something's about to go down in Belarus, it looks like, if there's an emergency situations plane flying over there. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign, guys. So we got to be on high alert. Got to be on high alert. Something big is about to happen. I think once Putin returns from North Korea, I think what's going on is he needs to seal some kind of deal with Kim Jong-un. And that's why he's going there now all of a sudden. So I think once he signed the deal already, the strategic partnership or whatever with Lukashenko or with Kim Jong Un. So now I think things are going to start. He's already he went to China, he went to Belarus. Now he's in North Korea. So I think that was his last stop. It looks like actually Putin's returning already. Check it out. You got this special flight squadron plane coming from Yakutsk. This is probably Putin. I think this is probably Putin heading back. See this one flight here from Yakutsk? We may have some more bombers up in the air tonight. Check this out, though. We got a U.S. nuclear war command and control plane in the air. I'm going to work on getting some cameras here for the... I'm going to see if I can get some buoy cameras. Hold on. And then we got some really strong storms coming through Kansas and Oklahoma. Really strong storms right now in northern Oklahoma, Texas Panhandle. So far, no tornadoes, but the storms look really strong. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm going to see if I can get some buoy cameras here for the tropical storm. Hold on. We got frost advisories in western North Dakota. That is just absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like that before. Just absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can get some buoys here. Sorry if I missed your donations. Let me check and see. Let me see here. Evidence room. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Culinary Cat at NYPrepper Duo merch. Emma Jane says Greg isn't a cat person. Total fine. Please just sort of shelter. Yeah, you know, I actually like cats. I just don't know if I want to own one now because, you know, I'm a busy guy and I'm trying to run this channel and I got a lot of stuff going on and, you know, having a cat just adds more stuff that I got to worry about. So I don't know. Plus, you know, pets in general, when pets die, it's always sad because you get so close to them and then they die, you know. It's like, it's the worst feeling ever, you know. Like, I had a dog when I was a kid and she died and it was just devastated me for life, you know. I can't get any more pets now because it's like I'm just afraid of, you know, getting one and then seeing them die. It's just yeah, I'm going to share some videos tomorrow. In my update tomorrow afternoon's update, I'll share the videos I have. I have videos of her when she first walked up to me. So she's a part of us now. Yes, look at all these experiences we have together. Look, we had the culinary night, now we have the kitty night. Looks like we got to do a culinary and kitty merch. Kitty night and culinary night. Just absolutely weird. She's a gift from God. It's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre. You know, I've never had anything like this happen before. I'm telling you, I don't know where she even came from because there's nothing but farms around here. I mean, there's houses. I have neighbors, but they're pretty far away. And as far as I know, I don't think they have any cats. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know where she wandered in from. It's just so bizarre. Maybe name her Penny for good luck in Pennsylvania. That's pretty funny, yeah. Penny, that's a good name. Feral cats. I don't know if she's feral though, because I mean, she seemed very comfortable around me. Usually, feral cats are kind of like they're not very like sociable, really. I mean, she seemed like she really maybe was used to people, or you know, she seemed like she was just very comfortable around me. Usually, feral cats aren't like that, you know. Um, and why Kitty? That's so funny. Call her Velcro. Yeah, she's definitely not feral, because if she was feral, she you know, she wouldn't want to come inside, right? I mean, feral cats like to stay outside, and they're not really too sociable. So, yeah, I could make her a YouTube channel. That would be funny. Feral kittens are very noticeable. Ask your neighbors if they're missing a cat. Someone dumped her. Yeah, I think probably someone dumped her. There was a pit bull over here down the road from me last fall. Someone dumped a pit bull off on this intersection near one of the farms over here in the holler. And it's kind of a very quiet area. It's a holler and there's farms around. And, you know, that pit bull was just hanging out by that corner for like 2 months. I don't know what ended up happening to it. People tried to catch it and bring it in their cars, but he would never go into people's cars. I think he was just waiting for his owner that ditched him, you know, and he was just hanging out there. He wasn't a threat to anybody, but he was just hanging out there waiting for his owner to return. He didn't understand that he wasn't, you know, that he was just, he's never coming back, you know, but it's really unfortunate people do those kinds of things, you know. It's really sad. Yeah, we have a nuclear war command and control plane, though. It's pretty unusual to have one up in the air this late. Let me just check for some buoys here. Hold on. I'll try to get some cameras. Hold on one sec. They have these buoy cams. Should be able to find one. Aldo Schmedak, thanks for staying up. Aldo Schmedak always stays up very late. He's always here till very late at night. Trying to see if I can find. Hold on one sec, guys. See here. Huh. Yeah, it's too dark right now. The buoys are not showing. It's pitch black. Let me see if I can find some. I think it's too dark for the buoys. I don't suspect they have night vision on those. Oh wait, let's see. Let's see. Let's check out some of these buoys. So we have one buoy close to the storm. It's recording water temperature of 86.5 degrees. That's really warm. One of these buoys here. So the water's really warm in the Gulf of Mexico, Bay of Campeche, actually. Uh, just really warm water in the Gulf. Most of the Gulf of Mexico is way over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So plenty of temperature, plenty of warm water, high enough temperature for hurricanes to develop. So let's see. Trying to see if there's any cameras here. Yeah, it's unfortunately, I think it might be nighttime, so they're not showing any pictures. Probably in the morning we'll check the pictures. Right now it's just pitch black out in the ocean here. Oh wait, actually you can see part of Galveston in this one picture. You can see the city lights of Galveston in this one image. We're already seeing 27 knot winds near Galveston right now. Winds are picking up in Galveston. So yeah, the winds are picking up. Yeah, it looks like Putin is coming back here. That's what we're looking at. This is Putin returning from North Korea. Or maybe not necessarily Putin, but Lavrov and Belousov. So it's not just Putin that went to North Korea. It was also Lavrov, the foreign minister, and then also Belousov, the defense minister. So a lot of high-profile figures. Look at this. We have a Canadian Air Force plane going to Latvia. That's very suspicious. Sounds like a message is coming in. What's that? Huh. Nancy says, all my animals were always from shelters or dumped. They have always been, and a few still are, the sweetest. The cat came to NYPrepper, very special. Another memorable stream. Another memorable stream. Crazy situation. This is interesting. This Canadian cargo plane going to Latvia. That is clearly reinforcement. That's NATO sending reinforcements to Latvia, sending equipment there. So clearly a sign that NATO is preparing for war with Russia. You know, they're moving this equipment in. Look at that. They've been moving that equipment in almost every day. We got a recon plane here too. Yeah, all the major breaking news is in the beginning of the stream. That's where all the main breaking news is. If you're just tuning in, this is kind of more like an after hours hangout. We're just monitoring the situation around the world, seeing what's going on here. But this is the NYPrepper after hours. E6 is landing. Yeah, the E6 is going to Patuxent River. So it looks like they moved it from... they moved the E6 from Tinker Air Base in Oklahoma to Patuxent River. So that tells me that they're probably going to be doing some VLF work tomorrow in the morning off the coast of New Jersey, most likely. New Jersey, Maryland. They're probably going to be doing some VLF work out there tomorrow morning. That's like their favorite spot right there. E6 almost flew over your house. Oh, Leviticus. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, thanks for sharing me out. Hey, everybody, check out Leviticus 23 on Twitter. I don't know, Leviticus, if you have a Twitter handle. I don't know what your Twitter handle is off the top of my head, but if you want to put it in the chat, I know you're trying to build up your Twitter, so put it in the chat, and maybe people will go over there. Debbie G, have a good night. A girl and a German Shepherd said, "Thank you, Greg," and all. Tammy says, "Heading to bed." Okay, Tammy, sounds good. I'm not too far behind you. I kept thinking the cat sounded like it saw the Bigfoot in PA and was not leaving. Yeah, there's a lot of Bigfoot over here in central PA. Tons of Bigfoot. It's a Bigfoot hotspot, actually. If you look up Clearfield County, Pennsylvania, there's tons of Bigfoot sightings there. Actually, one of the famous Bigfoot researchers, Matthew Moneymaker, I don't know if you've heard of him or not. He was on the Finding Bigfoot show. He's the president of the BFRO, Bigfoot Research Organization. And he said that Pennsylvania is like prime Bigfoot habitat. Cat Swee, thanks for becoming a member. Good to see you, Cat Swee. Oh, by the way, Cat Swee, if you're listening, I brought the cat inside. She's in the garage. So, no need to worry about that. Call her culinary. That's funny. Lynn Dunn. Have a good night, Lynn Dunn. Have a good day at work tomorrow. The Ark on Facebook, Jesus is coming, says, yep, going to bed here in Kansas. God bless you. Thank you for all the work you do. Good night. Be safe. Thank you. You be safe too, and watch out for those tornadoes over there. You got some strong storms coming through. Yes, the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, all across Appalachia. Specifically, actually, a lot of people may not be aware of this, but actually Ohio, southeastern Ohio, and western West Virginia is a huge Bigfoot hotspot. Specifically, southeastern Ohio, for some reason, is a huge Bigfoot hotspot. It's very remote over there, and there's also a lot of farms nearby. But southeastern Ohio is like one of the most active areas in the whole country. Also, Oklahoma is a hot spot. Believe it or not, a lot of sightings in Oklahoma. You got central and northern Florida, the skunk ape. You got, of course, upstate New York, near the Adirondack Mountains. You got the what's the name of that town again? I can't remember it. Near Lake George. You got the Adirondacks in New York. Obviously, Pacific Northwest. Huge hotspot in the Pacific Northwest. That's like, probably the number one Bigfoot habitat. Northern California, British Columbia, Alaska. From what I understand, the North American Bigfoot, they really like moist areas that have a lot of moisture. So that's probably why they like the Pacific Northwest so much. And you don't really hear too much about them in like the plains states as much. The dry, arid areas, the grasslands, you don't hear too much about them. They like the forested areas where they can hide. King's Kitty says, I live in the Bigfoot zone in Ohio. They had searches in the state park at least once a year. We have jackalopes in Wyoming. Yeah, jackalopes. I went to South Dakota a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago. And I went to Wall. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Wall, South Dakota. It's like a little town near Rapid City, and they have that store there. They call it the Wall Drug Store, and it's just a bunch of souvenirs, and they had a bunch of jackalope mounts. They had a bunch of the jackalope mounts for sale. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Wall Drug, yep. Wall Drug. That store is so cool. I really love South Dakota. I would live there if not for all my family being in the East, but South Dakota is awesome. Hubs and I live on a family farm in South PA, and his dad, brother, and a few cousins saw one 10 years ago, said it looked like a bear running on all fours, but then got up on two legs and ran faster. A lot of Bigfoot settings in North Idaho for sale. Northern Georgia, yes, Northern Georgia is another one. Northern Georgia is another one. Aldo says would love to have you closer. That would be cool. Yeah, South Dakota is awesome. I really like the Black Hills. Black Hills are awesome. If a cat has rabies, it will foam from the mouth and be aggressive. This kitten sounds like it was begging for entry and food. Yes, I gave her that can of tuna and she wolfed down like half the tuna can. And then she killed a bug and ate the bug like right in front of me. It was the weirdest thing. There was like this little beetle walking by and she got distracted by it and just jumped on it and ate it. So gross. Cats are funny. Yeah, she doesn't have rabies now. Yeah, so Western North Dakota has frost advisories now, which is just absolutely insane. Um, just checking to see if there's any updates here. We have breaking news. Australia has become the first country to ration food to prepare for the bird flu pandemic. The state of Victoria has ordered farms to go on lockdown, culled millions of chickens, and banned consumers from purchasing eggs. Wow. Wow, that's insane. Wow, it's spreading, guys. It's spreading. Situation is spiraling out of control with this bird flu. Hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, guys. Had to just check and see if she had water. I don't want her to die, you know. So I just gave her some water. Made sure she had water. So, what is going on with the Russians off of Florida? Yeah, the Russians were, they're off of Florida. I don't know. We have, look, a P-8 Poseidon heading out. Check it out, guys. We got a P-8 Poseidon now taking off from Jacksonville. That's their home base, and they're heading down. Look, another one heading down there. So I don't know if I should leave the stream up or not. I'm probably gonna have to go to sleep in a little bit. What do you guys think? But a plane with the call sign KNF-22 associated with an F-35 left Eglin, and then it went dark. Oh, wow. When was that? How long ago was that? That's interesting. Look, we have our first rain bands coming into Texas. Check it out. Got our first rain bands coming in. I'm going to see if I can get some cameras here. Hold on one sec. I'm going to see if I can get some cameras here for Texas, the Gulf Coast. Stand by. EAMs appear to be pretty quiet at the moment. I'm going to see if I can get some cameras here from, let's see. Oh yeah, we got some cameras here. See if I can get some cameras. Hold on. No, end the stream. Need to sleep in 10 minutes. Took my meds. Okay. Kinkoi says, just got back from the store. Oh, okay. Thank you, Aldo. Aldo and Kinkoi, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to say a prayer before leaving us. Okay, I can do that. Definitely. Definitely, I can do that. I can definitely do that. So I don't know if I should shut it down. What do you guys think? Should I leave it up or shut it down? Just got home from work. How's it going, Toolmaker? Good to see you, Toolmaker. Valkyrie says leave it up. Okay. Lynn Dunn says good night. B Daddy Greg, sleep well and thanks for the stream you have. Nice new members. Oh, and make sure to get a cardboard box, cut it down so she can climb in and add dirt. Yeah, that's what I did. I put some sand in there. Leave it up. Okay, you want me to leave it up? I could keep a live stream of the coast of Texas. Okay, that would be cool. That would be cool. Trying to see if I could find a good camera there. It's not hard. It's not easy to find cameras there. Not a lot of people stream the EAMs. Okay. We can go to Duramax if you shut it down. Yeah, you can go to Duramax News. He's got the EAMs up over there. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we got some cameras here. Starting to rain over there already. You know, maybe I'll see if I can get these cameras up on the screen and maybe leave them up. Maybe I can do that. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, the rain bands are coming in, but look, we got a P8 Poseidon up here heading down towards Miami. Check it out. Okay, let me see if I can get some cameras going here. I might just leave the stream up for a little while. We'll see. I might just leave it up. Putin is quite an aggressor. Yes, I'll definitely take care of that cat. She could be lost. Yeah, she could be lost. That's for sure. You've done enough. Get some sleep. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll do that. So I might actually, I might leave a stream up. I don't know. Kind of want to leave a stream up with the Corpus Christi seawall. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave it up or not. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm gonna shut it down. I think I'm just gonna shut it down. It's getting late anyway. So I'll be back tomorrow. I might turn on a stream after this one potentially in the morning and keep it running. But thank you guys for all your support. Thanks Aldo and Kinkoi. I appreciate you guys for staying up this late. So I'm gonna shut it down and just gonna quickly say a prayer. Dear God, please watch over America and please keep the people of Ukraine and Israel safe. And dear God, please give us the patience to understand our enemies and to have forgiveness despite all the things they do to us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will be back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.